1. Tetris! Tris. You like, you favoring Paco?
Yeah, that's my favorite for today.
That's your guy?
Yeah, but
I like Paco. I like Pacoistaco. I love tacos. I love Paco, whatever that means. I'm actually kind of eyeballing Oscar today, representative Team Mexico. I think he's one of 2 players from Mexico this year. It's him and Naui. I can't think of anyone else from Mexico. I mean, I would have put myself for Mexico, but I wasn't born there. But, you know, a little bit more Mexican representation is always great. A little bit of international representation. I think we have just 1 Japanese player. Is it Green Tea? Green Tea's qualifying tomorrow. I don't know if any of his posse are qualifying as well.
Yeah, I believe there's 1 other Japanese players, but their name does escape me at the moment.
Okay. See. All right, let's see how these players are doing first off. Queen Stacks looking great. Klovelace is like playing crazy with this jagged board, but is able to like kind of maneuver the pieces super well and get that cleaned up no problem. When I get like a messy jagged board, that's when the game decides to SZ burst me. But even if I feel like if Klovelace got SZ bursted, he would just immediately do all these crazy tuck spins and know what to do with it to get it cleared away super fast.
Yeah, all players here had a pretty good start. You know, Oscar is running a little bit behind, but also has more lines to work with here to catch up.
I'm looking forward to Oscar's qualifier because at the Desert Regional this year, he went runner-up in the finals. I think he lost to Tetris Time. I usually go to the Desert qualifier every year, but I was not able to go this year. But every time at the Desert Regionals, Oscar's always makes it top 4. He's a great player. Can't wait to see what he can do. Let's see here.
Nice. Players here quickly approaching 50 lines. Daasian having a little bit of a goofy board here, does manage to clear out the center. Going to see if he can put a piece there on the right to set up for the Dirty Tetris. Unfortunately, has to block the well with an O piece thanks to this drought.
Oh, wow. Oscar had to deal with a 31-piece drought, and then 2 long bars came back-to-back right as he blocked the well. So he's got to wait for the next one. He's only dealing with a 38% Tetris rate, but it's easily fixable. Oh, misses the S spin. Oh, wait, that's a Z. Never mind. I know my letters. But quick work. Oscar's going to make of it. Get back clean and ready here in just a second. Meanwhile, Paco, your man, doing really good with a 73% Tetris rate, 311 at 70 lines.
Yeah, not afflicted by curse of 30-piece drought quite yet. As we see both Oscar and Daasian getting out of their predicaments, finally having clean boards. Klovelace working towards his board as well, having a little bit of an awkward drop with the S piece there, but certainly has the time to dig it out some. Lots of tucks here on the side of Klovelace.
We got a lot of Oscar fans in the chat. We got Oscar the GOAT, Paco, Oscar my boy, Vamos Oscar, let's go Oscar. A lot of Oscar fans in the chat. I think Team Mexico is representing.
Yeah. Oscar definitely the fan favorite here on CT3, as they has a very nice board here. Daasian running into a drought here.
Big trouble on the top of the board.
Yeah, set up for multiple Tetrises, but doesn't quite get the pieces. There's one, but unfortunately doesn't quite get the other. Chooses to go for a burn with the O piece and gets the second.
Earlier he wanted a 2-wide flat, like a square L or J. Wasn't getting it, and that's just caused him to top out at 323. So first top out. That's okay. We still got an hour 25. That was only 5 minutes. Wow.
Yeah, 300K, not the best, but look at it this way. It can only go up from here.
That's what I'm saying. Are you part of Club Zero?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I know what that means, but I have a feeling I am a part of it.
It's like when you're in a competitive match and you score 0 points.
Oh, competitive or not, I am a perma subscriber of the Club Zero.
Okay, awesome. Club Zero represent. I think I got Club Zero when I was like in my first year of Tetris. I was like, that's not going to happen to me. I'm not going to do that. Literally just push down, and it's never going to happen to you. Just push down 1 point. It's never going to happen to you. And I let it happen to me. I was playing super aggressive. I got it like way up high, and then just was not getting the long bar. It's those droughts that get you. Oscar here crawled back that Tetris rate from a 38 to a 64%, and is about to transition. Daasian also in the next 8 lines.
Yeah, Oscar taking the lead here in terms of pace. Only has 120 lines despite this drought here.
Daasian needs a long bar. Is high up, gets a dirty. Oh no, misses the long bar. Needs a long bar right now. Gets it, but they're about to transition and tops out at 463. Tetris transition for Oscar to 503, and then Paco transition at 530.
Yeah, unfortunate for Daasian. Much like Klovelace, sent back to square one, although it does have a higher kicker. Unfortunately, that does not score any points. You need to score at least 1 million, previously known as a max out, in order to put points on the board, but I trust all these players can pull that off.
Well, I don't know if we're doing the usual kicker like before. I believe it's just your top score. So it'll be the points you have and like the highest score game you got. Like Alex T got 68 points and his top score was like a 1.87 million. So that'll be his like quote unquote kicker.
Yeah, Paco and Oscar now neck and neck here. Basically same amount of lines, same amount of score, but Oscar choosing to downstack here in the face of this drought here, transitioning into level 22.
On pace to get a max out at 29, 29, but in this new qual format, people are really wanting to get those max outs as early as possible. I mean, beforehand, in the previous qualification, I'm losing my words right now. In the previous qualifiers in the past, people wanted to get them early so they can get into their next game as quick as possible. But here, you kind of want to get it early so you can maximize the points or minimize the time you need. You're going to take on 29. So if you get like a 1.1, 1.2 into 29, like you already secured yourself a bunch of points, and like everything after that is kind of just like icing on top.
Yeah, definitely requires some superior play. I want to quickly shout out what Oscar did there just a moment ago. Had a bit of an oopsie at the middle of the board, but thanks to a big drought, was able to find the perfect pieces to clear it out, and now is continuing as if nothing ever happened, although Paco is now at a much better pace, already at 900,000 and only at level 26, so Paco definitely on pace to score Tetris. Assuming the rest of his board doesn't get a little goofy here as we enter another drought.
Yeah, he got that misdrop there on the middle of the screen, and then he's deciding just to dig it down, get himself prepared for level 29. It seems like he is a roller, so I think all of these players are rollers here. Let me stand up and check real quick. Yep, everyone's got a glove on. So there's going to be a lot of 29 play today. Oscar with a messy board, might be going dirty here.
Might have to. There's a line piece, but has a little bit of a awkward situation here on the left side. We'll need another line piece, or at least some more J and L pieces.
8 more lines for Oscar. Wants to get this downstack as quick as possible. And then Paco also about to get there in 6 lines. Waiting out for the long bar, but a 16, 17, 18-piece drought just hit him, and he's transitioning right now to level 29, high up on the board. Can't rotate the bar in time. Try to eke out some points as possible. Oh, 991.
And Paco topping out at the same time, and neither of them quite scoring.
In the 900s, though, that's not a bad score. Already better than my score from my qual. So they're in a good spot.
Yeah, better than my score as well. At least has a decently high. I wouldn't call it quite a kicker because, as we mentioned previously,
it is
now
like
it is just your top score. But at least for both Paco and Oscar, you got to be feeling pretty good, saying, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
There was a lot of mistakes. If I make just one less, I can get a max out. Or excuse me, I can get a max out, get 1 million points. but lock in and you could score quite a few points on the board.
In the past, a high kicker, like a 990 point game, was actually, it felt kind of good because you knew you would have a high kicker and you just worry about the max out later. But nowadays, it's not really much of a kicker. You just need points, and kickers won't really matter much lest you get placed in one of the bottom brackets. Klovelace on 19, 602,000 level 19, high up, and then slams down 2 Tetrises.
Yeah, Daasian on pretty good pace here. We'll have to see if he can keep it up. Klovelace also on great pace. Gonna have to see if some droughts and mistakes can't change that. As Klovelace, almost at 700K, has to make a bit of an awkward placement there with the J piece. But this drought here gonna do some unfortunate stuff to Klovelace. Can set up a dirty Tetris, but will have to clear that left side sooner or later, allowing Daasian to pick up the pace.
I'm seeing some weird stuff in the chat here. Somebody said they cuddled with Oscar before this, so they know he's goated. I'm not sure what that means, but missed the 4-tap right for the long bar. Klovelace is going to need one pretty soon. Gets another one, slams it down, makes it over the hump, and gets another one for a split triple.
Yeah, nicely done by Klovelace. Not out of the hole quite yet, but at least has the tools to do so.
Has been playing one up from the bottom for the last couple levels. Is thinking about getting that away. Sets up an L tuck. Won't get it.
The Daasian has a bit of a goof up with the Z piece there. Thankfully, does seem to have the pieces to erase that, but that is going to cost some points later on down the road.
Klovelace is actually on a great pace here. 850 on level 25. Is on pace for like a 1.1, 1.2 possibly.
I'd say 1.2, provided there are no more misdrops here. Nice Tetris for Klovelace, one step closer to that 1.2. Paco here having a little bit of a weird board. Does find the O piece, but is going to need to find a lot more pieces. Does it now if he gets the long bar, which he does. Can he score a Tetris and is back in the running? Oscar, unfortunately, has a much more work to go through here. Needs multiple long bars if he wants to dig himself out of this, but unfortunately does not seem to get it as the drought ensues. Gets a long bar, but 2 long bars back to back, but unfortunate timing there.
I believe Oscar is a hybrid player, a hybrid DAS player. I think I see this at the Desert Regional where the first few levels, 18, well, just the first 18 level start, he plays with a DAS, and then as it gets to the transition, he switches over to rolling, which is what I do. I tell people I'm hybrid, but they always see me rolling all the time, but that's because I always get myself in trouble. I need to switch over to rolling like constantly. Klovelace getting pretty high here, and then is gonna dead drop the L or the J, and tops that at 959. We got a lot of mid 900s here today.
Very, very unfortunate. Speaking of unfortunate, Oscar in a bit of a drought here, trying his best to not have to take too many burns here, but this drought has no end in sight.
31 piece drought already. 32. 33 piece drought.
Finally gets it, but had to burn a lot of pieces you would much otherwise have Tetrises for. Still on pace, but has a little bit of an awkward situation there on the first 2 rows of the matrix.
Another drought. He's just getting back-to-back droughts. This game does not want him to win, but he already had a pretty high Tetris rate for the first half of 18, so it hasn't dipped below 60, so he's still on pace, and it could always go up. But I want to see it. The Daasian over here on level 26, 861, 62% Tetris rate, is on pace for a max out.
Nice tuck with the T-piece to Daasian. Fully on pace, has plenty of lines to work with. Really only a miss drop there with the T-piece can stop him here, but still on pace, still has plenty of lines to work with. 2 whole levels to go through before can really get punished for that. Oscar also in a little bit of a tough situation here. Has a drought, needs to get rid of that one amino.
Daasian getting ready to transition to 29. One more Tetris might be enough to get a max out here.
Just needs one line piece. There it is.
Max out, A10.
Our first
max out, yeah.
Max out of the day here.
Let's see what Daasian can do on 29 here. Maybe line out strats isn't so bad if you want just like an extra 100,000. Get a couple Tetris in there, you could easily get a 1.3, 1.2. But let's see what he does here.
Yeah, benefit of this new qualification format. Daasian will go for play past the 1 million mark and get points for it. Paco in a little bit of a weird situation up on the top left of your screen.
Tetris for Daasian, A84, 1.84.
Ooh. I'm good, thanks. Thank you. Daasian here in a bit of an awkward dig, but it seems Oscar in a little bit of a more awkward one. Needs multiple long bars, gets the first, gets the second, just needs the third.
Still going here. 1.1 now. That's 3 points so far for Daasian, locked in. And setting up for a Tetris, gets it, and gonna try to set up for another one. But, you know, in 29, you really just got to bob and weave in and out of these Tetris opportunities if you want to stay alive and make it to 39.
Yeah, Klovelace getting a Tetris in the center well. Just needs to get another one, but can't quite find the pieces for it. Paco also on track to get some good points here, provided he can. Oh, my goodness, Oscar almost in a tough situation. Thankfully manages to clear it out, but still has a long way to go. Daasian, in the meanwhile, still on a tear at 1.2, almost at 1.3. If he can just get another line piece, there it is, 1.3 for Daasian.
Got 30 more lines to work with.
But unfortunately, Oscar tops out.
563.
Daasian trying to find the space to set up another Tetris. Just needs one more. There it is. Just
9 more lines to go.
Last Tetris, but
ooh, and a misdrop.
Misdrop on the S piece. Needs to burn some lines here. That could be fatal. Thankfully, finds the pieces. Work in his favor.
Would want to set up here, but the pieces are not being friendly.
Needs
I think
a long bar.
This is a Tetris opportunity. He's going to get it before level 39 and gets the Tetris.
There it is.
1.4 for Daasian. Excellent, excellent job.
Nicely done. If Daasian can set that up just a few more times, we'll be on pace, honestly, to make gold bracket.
On pace to beat Alex T. He will surpass 68 points. He's already there. Actually, let's just give him the 68 points now. What do we say, guys?
Yeah. Alex T. Who?
Who? Alex who?
Speaking of who, Oscar scoring a dirty Tetris, allowing to set himself up for another one. Still needs a few more long bars here, but at least puts himself in a good position to do so. Has to take some burns. But who will not be taking some burns is one of our main sponsors of this event, the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo. I want to quickly shout out to SoCal Retro Gaming Expo for allowing us to host in not just this place, but let's take a full day for this event.
All day. I mean, the venue is closed today, but they opened it up just for Tetris for us today. So when everyone and all the patrons and all the customers and all the Expo goers come here tomorrow, they're going to see just straight Tetris gameplay, no qualifying rounds. We can just get them right into it. So thank you to SoCal Gaming Expo for hosting us the last 3 years. I kind of like this venue. It's really nice. The ceilings are really tall, and
yeah.
I like that. And it's cold, maybe a little too cold, but at least it's well ventilated.
Yeah, at the risk of giving everyone who's watching online a healthy dose of FOMO, lots of cool things going on at this venue. Lots of big vendors selling lots of rare stuff. I don't mean to brag, but last year I did pick up a Nintendo Special Edition DS Lite. Definitely would not have been able to do that were it not for this event. Also, plenty of free PlayStations. Also, lots of retro game competitions.
You were here last year, right, Kurt?
I was, yes.
Were you here when someone pulled the fire alarm during like the top 4? No, was that 2 years ago? Or was that last year?
That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, nobody pulled the fire alarm, but I think there was like a popcorn machine that kind of like malfunctioned, and like right in the middle of the top 8.
Yeah.
Like all get out of the building. But you know what? There's a lot of doors in this building, so shout out to SoCal Expo for having a lot of doors.
Yeah, popcorn falsely triggering fire alarms since whenever popcorn was invented, or I guess really whenever fire
When
alarms
was
were
popcorn invented? I'm kind of curious.
Popcorn is actually a pretty old. I don't know if food is quite the right word, but even
snack.
Yeah, I mean they discovered it when I'm forgetting Mesoamerican civilization had some cool volcanoes, had some cool corn, and they're like, hey.
What if we dried this and then like put it in oil? And they're like, what's oil? They're like, oh crap, we gotta invent that real quick. All right, let's see where we're at here with the players. Kind of got off on a little tangent there, talking about the Expo Center. Paco is the one who's furthest along, 63% Tetris rate on 25, so it's on pace to get a max out right at 29. Maybe a little bit more, maybe like a half a 100,000 after that, 50,000.
Yeah, having some good building of the board here. Hasn't run into any detrimental droughts just yet. Unlike Klovelace, having to have some awkward placements here just to get around it. Finally gets a long bar, but we'll need quite a few more pieces. Slowly but surely clearing out the board here. Fan favorite Oscar also on track to gain some points here. Really just needs the long bar, but doesn't seem to get it. Nearly a 20-piece drought here. Finally gets it at piece 18. And gets another one. That's going to be back-to-back Tetrises for Oscar, but going to have to take some burns here to clear up his board, set it up for future. Actually, Oscar opting to go for a dirty Tetris here. And does get it.
Klovelace is not in the greatest position here, but was in a really bad position just previously, but now is able to downstack this up a little bit. It's going to cost a lot of pace. It's only at a 34% Tetris rate. This is max outable, technically, if his 29 is crazy, but we'll see when we get there. I think Klovelace is first 29. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying about Paco. Just needs a... less than a Tetris. Oh, missed drop of the T-piece and couldn't tuck the square as a reaction, but gets the next one. Goes for the T-spin, misses the T-spin. You only get one hertz, one frame to get that T-spin, and couldn't get it at 982. That was a great try.
So close. I believe that is a new high score for Paco in this qualification period, but definitely would have liked to score just one more Tetris.
Little improvements. That's what we like. Just little bits of improvements. Klovelace, though, on level 30, has to do some burning here at the middle of the board. Is waiting for a long bar, but comes like one piece too late. And now
speaking of pieces coming in too late, Oscar. Oh no! Klovelace unfortunately tops out there.
Couldn't get the 5 tap of the T all the way left. It's a very hard tap. I think it's like a 28 hertz tap up there, like 10 high. It's very, very difficult to do.
Yeah, Oscar continuing the world's longest dig here, just trying to put himself in a Tetrisable position. Finally clears his board. The Asian getting a weird Tetris here, opting to not go for the T-spin. I respect it. Already on pace to get more points on the board.
Okay. Oscar is the furthest along out of the 4, so I'm kind of like hyper-focused on him. He's remembering the last few games. He knows he can do it. They got very, very close in these last couple games, so he knows the capability is there. Just needs to find the right groove, and I think he's getting into it. He's looking very serious, very concentrated right now. Probably listening to his favorite podcast, I would imagine. Let's see here. How's he doing?
Yeah, Oscar needs about, I believe that's 9 more Tetrises, if my math is correct here, in order to get the max out. Oscar on excellent pace here. Only has a good amount of lines here. Oh, nice. This just in, we are being given access to new tech. Unfortunately, cannot display it on the stream, but we have plenty of data here. We can actually see here, Oscar has, I won't say very little wiggle room, but needs to play pretty well if he wants to achieve a 1.2.
The 1.1 is possible. Is no longer possible for Oscar into 29. It's going to be 1,099,000 points, but less than 100,000 points on 29. That's very doable, especially for a player like Oscar. Let's see here.
All really these players on pace to get a max out, but Oscar here, ooh, that was close. Almost had a fatal drought there. Daasian also about to experience a drought of his own. Gets the triple there, allowing his board to open up.
Oscar, a Tetris, I think, will do it. Maybe a Tetris and some change to get him to max out. There we go. 1,004,720 points for Oscar. He's going to want to be prepared for this kill screen. Here it comes. Gets into kill screen in a not a pretty all right board condition. Just a couple burns here and there, and he should be able to eke out another 100,000 points at least. Quite easy.
Ooh, unfortunately, the Daasian in a pretty bad position here, but Klovelace perhaps in an even worse position. Gets the long bar, as does the Daasian. Unfortunately, the Daasian had to burn that just to clear that well. Klovelace scoring a Tetris. Okay. Paco as well. Oscar on pretty good pace to score some points. Ooh, unfortunate misdraws with the Z piece there.
This is still burnable. Just need to get some crucial 5 taps left. And 2 good T pieces to play back to back right like there. It's going to need a crucial 5 tap left. Tries it with the S piece, and then tries it again with 2 more long bars and couldn't get them both over. But that is 1,000,000 points for Oscar. 2 more points in the bag for Oscar. Excellent job. Bien hecho.
Oscar in second place here on CT3, but has plenty of time and plenty of skill to pull off a comeback. Daasian in the middle of a drought. Daasian, unfortunately, doesn't have a very good pace. Just a lot of these droughts forcing him to take burns that are less than ideal here. Gets a Tetris, but we'll need quite a few more. Tetris for Paco here on good pace. Okay, Klovelace in a bit of an unfortunate situation here. Gets that dirty Tetris. Good progress towards opening the, honestly, the entirety of his board. Still has quite a bit of runway before the transition here. But those burns certainly going to put in the work. Speaking of putting in the work, Oscar here.
Oh, misses the 5 tap left. Daasian can possibly get another one there, but it's going to be very difficult. It's looking for it. Oh, and can't quite get it.
Very, very unfortunate.
That is a really hard one to do. But I admire him for trying. I'm like looking up at CT1 over here, and I see Zrobot going crazy. Got like 5 points already. At the very least, the spreadsheet hasn't updated yet, but it's crazy to see how far Zrobot's gone. I don't know. I remember just last year, I was like, he was doing handstands and getting like max outs, but now he's just like, he's getting 1 point. He's getting rollovers nowadays. And I'm like, man, this kid is a prodigy. He's going crazy.
Yeah, a lot of these younger players improving at an unprecedented pace. But speaking of unprecedented paces here, Paco continuing to really be, I don't want to say greedy because it has been working out for him, but he's just been trying to get Tetrises off of this column here. Finally decides to play it a little bit more conservatively here on level 19.
All 4 of our players have been doing really good paces on 18. I'm seeing consistent 500K at least transitions, and now some might say that's like the standard, but you can really, like 60% Tetris rate, I think is like a little bit below 500,000, about like 480 something. That's like 60% by level 19. So honestly, playing above what is required, all these players, I'm kind of in shock and awe about how good one could be at Tetris. Every time I come here, I'm always just like surprised by something new, some crazy gameplay. But Paco is the furthest.
Oh no!
A lot of screaming.
Drop for Oscar with that O piece there. Does get the dirty Tetris and the Vits there, but
dirty Vits.
Yeah, we'll need quite a few more burns. And to Oscar's credit, he is getting them here. Drought about to ensue, but playing to Oscar's favor here gives him more time to clear that second column. Fortunately, doesn't get it quite in time for the eyepiece there, but already in a great position.
Might set up dirty here. This is a... Oh, he was thinking about it, and then he switched over the long bar all the way to the 10th column. Let's see here. This is quite a bit of burning for Oscar here. His Tetris rate is diminishing, but he's got the side open. If he can get like a long bar, oh, of course, one piece too late. Could have burned it down, but there we go. Dirty Tetris for Oscar, halfway up the board, trying to keep the Tetris rate up, but it's going to need at least 2 more burns.
Yeah, given all of the holes in Oscar's board, very unlikely he'll be able to score a 1.3 before the transition. However, 1.2 definitely very, very possible. And speaking of possible, Klovelace playing stylish with those tucks, on pace to score quite a few points as long as he can get an eyepiece. Finally does so here, but gonna have to play dirty here. Speaking of dirty, what in the world is going with the Asian's board here?
He's playing with the big hill in the middle, the big mountain. When you play any Tetris, you really want, the strategy is to keep your board kind of as flat as possible and leaving burning options in columns like 8, 9, and 10, maybe just 9 and 10. But you really don't want this jaggedness because that kind of prevents you from doing these burns. And so when players find themselves in a position like that, they're kind of at the mercy of the pieces sometimes if they get themselves in that position. But with some good gameplay, they can get it flattened out, and some lucky pieces, they can get it flattened out so they can continue burning so they can survive longer. Klovelace top out at 622. But Paco with a max out there on level 28. Thank you for the bell. Has one more line to go. Wants to get ready for this 29, but a poor L piece and then 2 squares just kind of made it really awkward. But easily burned outable. Gets the board all the way down and can continue their run. Maybe go for another 1.1 Tetris for Paco. I think this is the first time we're seeing Paco this far. Bunch of SC burst. 19-piece drought for Paco.
Yeah, nicely done by the Asian with the O-tuck there. Oscar on okay pace, but running into a nearly 30-piece drought. And counting, there it is, exactly 31 pieces. As Paco here. Oh no, unfortunate misdrop.
He's that long bar over.
Oh no, that's going to be it.
That's a 1.1 though, just barely 1.1.
Hey, that's 3 points right there.
That's 3 points. The 7,000 points is what got him just one more whole point. And points really do matter. Points are very important in this new.
Yeah, Daasian with a little bit of an awkward burn here, slowly but surely uncovering his stack, but taking a lot of holes on the right side there. You would much rather leave open for Tetrises. Klovelace in a bit of a similar position as pieces for days here is set up for the T-spin if he so chooses. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but ultimately chooses to clear that center.
I love a good L tuck, especially when you have like 10 Tetraminos like stacked upon it, and if you don't get the L tuck, it's like kind of over for your pace. But when you get the L, it feels really nice to stick it in there. Yeah. And it's like super flat, super clean. Who do we have closest to 29? We got Oscar at the 60% Tetris rate, just on par, but has this weird overhang on the right, and is going to get it burned away with just about 6 burns. And just like that, is going to have the well open and is ready to build up for another Tetris. Needs one more piece. He's got a 29 runway of 1.1 million, so can still get the 1.1 million before the game starts to get actually really difficult.
Yeah. Oscar, Tetris for Oscar there, again, had a note that small part thanks to that misplacement with the T-piece. Just only on track for a 1.1 before the transition. But pretty much all of these players having trouble just getting a clear board here. Klovelace has a lot of spires. The Asian still unable to find the necessary pieces. Now has a line dependency on the center of his board. Not what you want to see here. Paco close to a top out here. Needs multiple long bars. There's the first, but needs a second here. not exactly in a great position. Somehow Oscar is doing the best here out of all 4 players.
Oscar has some 29 capability, so shouldn't worry too much about getting like a good Tetris rate into 29. Really wants to care about having a clean board getting into 29, but it's not looking too clean. But can't get this cleaned up and load down enough where it can be burnable on 29. But is going to go for a dirty Tetris. Has one more line to burn, and might be going for it. Might be going for a Tetris into 29, but it might not be enough. Even if he gets it, would not be enough for a long bar. Oh, and it was 3 high. It needed to be 4 high so he could tuck it over. But that was a good job there for Oscar. 963.
You hate to see it, but sometimes you got to play for those risky positions, especially keeping in mind Oscar wasn't on pace to even get a max out going into level 29, so he had to take some risks, but unfortunately didn't quite have the opportunity to have it pan out. Paco, in a bit of a similar position here, is so what's the word on having this dirty Tetris here. Does get it finally, but that cost him quite a bit of pace here. Daasian on a good pace himself, except this drought here going to force him to take some burns. Finally gets the Tetris, but going to have to settle for just a max out going into the transition.
See here.
Klovelace here, trying his best to score some Tetrises. Going to have to spend the long bar there, just covering the left part of his board. Finally gets a second Tetris, and with it, back on track.
Daasian in the dreaded level 27. Level 27 for me is like charcoal. I don't know why. Every time I get to level 27, it's just like my eyes like turn off, and I stop being able to see, and that's like where I always mess up the most. Or level 25. I don't know why. Maybe it's the bright color. It's just like the flashing bright colors. But Daasian got 2 more Tetrises available. If he gets the 2 Tetrises, actually he gets 1,000,000 points right there with that 1 Tetris. 1,780,000 points.
Yeah,
another max out for Daasian. That's 2 points. Let's see if he can eke out a couple more here. Gonna keep it clean. Try to keep the board as straight as possible.
Yeah, Daasian in prime position to set up another Tetris. Pieces willing. Unfortunately, does have to take a bit of an awkward burn here.
He did really great on 29 last time. I think he can do it again.
Tetris for Oscar here. Almost in position for another one. Puts the line bar actually in a bit of a dependency here. Gets the dirty Tetris, but unfortunately will need lots of pieces to go in his favor if he wants another one.
Lovelace a little high.
Is on pace for it.
Lovelace a little high. The middle got a little high there, and it wants to keep this board flat, but I need a couple burns left and right. Still, and then gets it taken down, but the board is jagged there in that little dip. Gets it cleared out and gets it all the way back down the bottom. There's a 1.1. It's 1 more point for Daasian. So far, 3 points secured for this game, and gets another Tetris at 1.145. Sorry. It's about like a 2.5 Tetrises to get 100,000 points around this level. Oh,
yeah, I really like. Nice tech, by the way. I really like the Asians' play here, playing it a little bit more conservatively. You know, at these higher levels, those Tetris are worth more and more points. It is tempting to just put 6 columns, or excuse me, 6 rows, and then go for Tetrises here and there. But the Asian playing it pretty safely, getting Tetrises only when he feels like it's safe, and it's paying off dividends. Nearly at 1.3. There it is.
Oh my gosh, our first 1.3 here at CT3, 1.CT3. Daasian is very confident, it seems like, about his level 29 skills. Getting a little high here. Gonna need some perfect pieces. That does not a perfect piece. Very high up. Oh no! Overtaps the L or the long bar. There it is. Good job to Daasian. 1.3 million. Daasian just scored like 300,000 points post transition. So if I was him, honestly, like if I were to get to level 29 at like 800K somehow or 900K somehow, like I could eke out 1 or 2 more points. So I would trust in my 29 play. And seems like Daasian's already figured that out. Who is the next closest? Klovelace, level 25, with
I have to give it to Klovelace here.
Yes.
Unfortunately, not getting the pieces, needs multiple long bars. Gonna have to go for the burn. There's one. Can get another one here. Board is open for Tetris, but in the middle of a drought, doesn't quite find it. And when it finally does,
16-piece drought, and it came right as he blocked it, and then couldn't get the long bar left.
Top out for Lovelace. Paco up next to score some points here. Honestly has a very clean board and has an excellent pace to get the max out before the transition. In great position here, just needs to find a long piece or two. Now has a bit of a line piece dependency there in the middle. Although thankfully does find the pieces to be able to eke themselves out of there. Oscar here with the world's most awkward board state here. What is going on? Multiple piece dependencies.
He's going for the
dirty
Tetris.
Oh my goodness! This is the greed they talk about
right
in
as
the
it
Bible.
comes.
Unfortunately, not going to pan out.
But it's still open. Just needs another one.
Oscar choosing to really get greedy here.
Oh, and sets up another dirty Tetris on top of the dirty Tetris.
And gets another one.
No, that's just a dirty triple. I always say that if you're not downstacking with Tetrises, you're not playing Tetris right. So, I mean, it's highly dangerous, but, you know, if you're, like, super cool and chill like me, like, you could just, like, do it all the time, like, at will. You know, but I just choose not to do it because, like, I'm, like, you know, over top of the S piece, right into 19 for Oscar. So it's a little bit tricky. I think he had just switched to rolling, and that caused the little mistap there.
Yeah, 3 misplaces back to back. Gonna do Oscar in, but Paco on great pace here to get a max out before level 29. There it is.
Max out for Paco. A lot of 28 max outs today. Gonna get the board state ready for 29 and transitions with a little weird board, but nothing he can't handle. We just saw him play crazy on 29, but some jaggedness, gets a couple L's, or J's. Oh my gosh, I don't know my letters. A couple J's, and as long as he just like downstacks this and gets it back right, like he did just now, then he's in a pretty good position. Just needs a couple more Tetrises for a 1.1. Or, you know, a bunch of triples. Let's see here. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, Paco playing a little bit conservatively here, but honestly working in his favor.
Down the middle.
Multiple droughts back to back, but Paco knowing, hey, speed is pretty fast. I'm going to just play it safe.
Play at his own pace, and when he's ready...
Get 2 Tetrises, or you could just get a couple line clears. You know, that speed isn't going to increase for quite some time, so as long as you can keep it up consistently, you're guaranteed.
He's getting comfortable getting his hands situated for the level 29 speeds, and when he feels comfortable, maybe when he gets a little end here, because he's on level 33, start throwing down some Tetrises. Playing a little Quaid well in the middle.
Yeah, speaking of vying for Tetrises here, Oscar getting greedy here. In his fairness, does work out for him.
Paco setting up. I had to burn it away because this board is super jagged. A square would be like not helpful right now, and that's when he gets a bunch of squares.
1.1 for Paco.
Oh, 1.1, nice. That's 3 points right there.
Not scoring a single Tetris.
Setting up and gets it right there. Tetris for Paco. Already halfway to the 1.2, halfway to one more point. A couple more of those and he'll be doing great. Ooh. Little misdrops, but
Paco on pace to clear it. Just needs the right pieces on the right side. Gets it.
The board is healthy enough. He can get some burns down here. Yeah, double flip the J.
Almost there.
There we go. An S piece would be perfect. A Z piece would be great. It gets it one piece too late, of course.
Nicely done by Paco, keeping his head cool and keeping himself in there. Unfortunate misdrop, but also so close to the 1.2.
1.2 is possible.
Just needs 2 more lines here. Could be a double, could be 2 singles. Gets 2 singles.
There we go. 1.2 secured for Paco. That's all he wanted. He's like, I'm not going to get 2 more Tetris. I'm not going to get 3 more Tetrises in the next 5 lines. Level 39 is super kill screen, super crazy.
Yeah, K. Lovelace in a bit of an Herculean situation of his own. Greeds for the line piece, but doesn't get it. Is in a spectacular drought here where it needs it. Where's the long bar? There it is, but it might be too little too late. Was going to need 3 more in order to get himself back in position.
All right. while these players are playing on 18, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Hyperkin. Hyperkin has supported the CTWC since the beginning, since 2010. They've helped Tetris communities around the world by setting them NES consoles and controllers. Hyperkin leads the way in retro and modern entertainment industry with unique, fun, and innovative items, including the Retro End console. You can check them out right now at hyperkin.com. Let's game, all right? We use their the Hyperkin the emulators a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
the Retro End console is what I'm talking about. We use those a lot here.
The Retron.
The Retrons, yes. Why am I calling it Retro End? They capitalize the N. It's like throwing me off. Retron. You know, I like the Retrons. They're cool. They're cute. They're small. I did have one problem with them one time when I was at a tournament, but I think that was just a controller issue. I think I was just kind of mad. I blamed them, but they're actually really great, and they emulate the real thing like really well.
Yeah, personally, my favorite thing about them is just how lightweight they are. You know, you can easily stuff them in your luggage, take it with you.
When I go to the Desert Regional, I stay with a friend, and he's got a CRT at his house, and I bring my whole NES console with me, and it just takes up my entire luggage, and I always get stopped at the airport security because they're like, "What's this big box?" I'm like, "That's an NES," and like, "What is that?" I'm 24. I don't know what that is.
A bit of an awkward situation with TSA. And speaking of awkward, Paco there gonna unfortunately top out.
Paco some bad pieces. Oh, okay, Klovelace couldn't get the 5 taps all the way left, but has another opportunity. This is possible with roll, knocks it down, and knocks down another one. Very great. A little jagged.
Klovelace in a bit of an awkward situation here. Needs to find the pieces for it. Does seem to so far.
There we go. And a Tetris
in position, just in time. Unfortunately, not just in time is Daasian here. Putting an eyepiece on the right column. That's going to cause some problems later on in the run.
Daasian is on a great pace, though. Oh, and that dead drop T-piece is a little bit confusing, but he can get out of this, get some good pieces left and right. A long bar would kind of be nice here. Is not going to get one. It's an 18-piece drought. Gets one. But is at a really good pace prior to this big dig, so it's going to hurt it a little bit, but it's still on pace to get a 1.2. Just needs to minimize the burns a little bit.
Stellar recovery by Daasian here. Unfortunately, going to immediately top out his board here, but also immediately digs himself out of it. Oscar and Klovelace on excellent position here, and Paco digging down his board.
Yeah, Daasian was in a good spot, but that long, prolonged dig just really killed the pace a little bit. But he's still on pace for a 1.1, so I wouldn't be too mad. As long as you just keep getting those consistent points, whether it be 2 points, 3 points, they add up over time. You don't always have to get like a 1.4, 1.5. Like, sure, that's efficient points maxing efficiently, but getting just little by little really does add up at the end. We're only halfway through the qual. We got 43 minutes left, players.
Yeah,
43
both
minutes.
Klovelace and Paco having some serious misdrops. Klovelace unfortunately topping out for it, but Paco still has some wiggle room to work with. Oscar on excellent pace here for a 1.3 just before the transition.
Daasian's about to max out, but got a little bit of a hiccup right before slamming down a Tetris, and now needs to clear some of this stuff out. But it's still on pace for 1 million points, just a little under 1.1. Can get that J all the way left. Great. A triple, and is on level 28. Is going to need like at least one Tetris here, but can open up the well there, filling in this jaggedness, but is really looking for that long bar. But of course, the drought's coming. Has one more burn.
Tetris.
Yes, and burn.
Literally right before the transition.
Right before the transition.
That is a max out.
That's a max out. And another Tetris for Daasian. 1.05. Also a great pace. Oscar right now, 822 on level 24. It's like a 69% nice Tetris rate. So can get a close to a 1.2. So I'm kind of glad being in this position since it's like right below a 1.2. It gives you a little more wiggle room, like into the 1.1. Like you don't have to worry about like playing super efficient. You can just give up a couple more burns because you're not worried about getting a 1.2. But you have to do that mental math in your head.
I really like Oscar's play here. Once he realizes, okay, I'm in a very good position to get a 1.2, I'm going to play a lot safe. Oscar was going for a lot of these greedy plays here, honestly, but Drought here willing here.
Yeah.
Going to allow him to get another.
The long bar will only give him a split triple. Oh, great adjustment of the T-piece, right, to fill in for the long bar. Just 2 more Tetris here. We'll get him a max out, but he's got 16 more lines to work with. He's got 4 more Tetrises to work with. The Asian's still on 29 level speeds, level 34
Nice
with a Tetris and a 1.2.
1.2.
That's a few more, 4 points, I believe.
Oscar gets a Tetris, and with it,
A max out. Is that a second max out for Oscar?
that is correct here. Ooh, unfortunate misdrop with that Z piece here.
Right as the transition's coming up. Do not want to see that. Has
In
2
the
more.
middle of a drought too.
Has 2 more burns. Didn't want to take that burn with the Z piece, but had to do it with that one. And unfortunately, the long bar just came right as always happens, man.
Yeah,
Unlucky.
unfortunate misdrop, and even more unfortunate drought there.
No, Daasian couldn't get that long bar all the way left, but a 1.2 is a 1.2. 1.2 is really nice.
Yeah, 4 points on the board. I believe that puts the Asian back in first place for this group of 4 players here, as we have just a little less than 40 minutes remaining.
The Asian, I believe, will be at 11 plus 2, 3, 4. So the Asian at 15 points. That's good enough for about 30, 31, 32-ish on the leaderboard right now, but still has like 39 more minutes. Can eke out probably like 4 more games if he's really efficient.
Paco has so many line dependencies here, and not getting the right pieces and a drought here. Finally gets a long bar, but too little too late. We'll have to have a Herculean, almost Sisyphean task before him.
Sisyphean.
Gonna go ahead and put these. Oh my goodness, Paco giving me a heart attack here. Paco, what is going on here?
Paco just needs a long bar for a dirty Tetris. 4 lines up, and it's set up for another one. And like I said, you know, if you're not getting Tetrises in your down stack, you're not playing real Tetris.
All right.
Transitions at 466. Definitely the worst transition he'd had, but is still like very viable. Can still get like a 1.1. Has a little bit of runway. Main stage is getting really loud. I don't know why. They're being super rude right now. I can see that.
Yeah, Daasian is really bit of a.
The crowd is going crazy.
You can probably
this
hear
robot
that.
just got a 1.7. I swear to God, these kids. How old is he? Like 11, 12? Get 1.7 at level 39.
Unfortunate misdrop with the SPs there by Daasian. Still has plenty of time to clean that up, but that's definitely going to cause him some problems later on in the run. Paco currently on excellent pace here, despite his misdrops and, dare I say, greed here. Zrobot declared a hero off stream.
He is saving Tetris.
1 piece at a time. Speaking of 1 piece at a time, Paco lines up perfectly for the Tetris, fulfilling his own destiny of scoring a 1.2.
Speaking of 1 piece, is it real? Is the 1 piece real? I don't know. I don't watch the anime. You said 1 piece triggered me a little bit. All right, what's going on here? We got Paco 700K. You were just saying that. What am I doing? Repeating you? It's really loud in here, guys. I'm getting old. I can't hear. My back hurts. I don't know. You know, like I said, 24. I'm over here speaking with a corpse. What did you say? A pile of dust and bones.
Yeah.
Is that what you are?
From bone, soon to be ash.
Soon to be ash. Just blown away like Thanos snap. Let's see here.
Speaking of being blown away, Paco, both his greeds and his digs are getting to me here.
They're blowing me away right now.
Oof, unfortunate placement, or excuse me, timing with the O piece. Paco finally gets the Tetris here. So many burns here. No longer on pace for the 1.2, but still on pace for the 1.1, provided there are no more burns. As Paco slowly but surely, oh my goodness, Oscar in a precarious situation here. Needs multiple dependencies, gets 1, needs the second. There it is, Tetris for Oscar, but still needs to get himself out of the situation.
He's high up, but he's got some good burn options.
There it is, second Tetris for Oscar, finally feeling good.
See here, Paco, 909,000.
Oh my goodness.
10 more lines to go, but in a little bit of a not so desirable position here. Gets another Tetris. Maybe another 2 Tetrises will help him. Cannot get the max out now, but can get pretty close. Just clean up here and get the max out on 29. So yes, gets it pretty down low and is just gonna burn this away, get it nice and clear so he can score those Tetris later. He's got 100 more lines to score as many Tetrises as he wants, so he doesn't need to go aggressive right now. And we've seen him; he can play like crazy on 29.
Yeah, speaking of on good pace, Klovelace here, and finally excellent position.
Wow. Great pace for Klovelace. 900K at 25. Can max out on level 26.
Paco setting up for the Tetris instead of opts for the triple. Needs just 2 more lines here.
There we go. 1,000,000 points for Paco. And Klovelace is in 2 more Tetrises can get the max out here.
Yeah.
See if the game is friendly. There's one.
There's one. Just needs a second.
Got 2 long bars, but was not ready. And there it is. Oh wait, he got the max out already. Okay. He got it by like 33 points, like 300 points.
Yeah, Daasian in a weird position here. Gets the dirty Tetris.
Klovelace is long bar dependent. It sets up for a dirty long.
Oh no.
A dirty. Not getting it is a bit of a drought, but is still ready, keeping it open, keeping his options. Just gonna burn it down. Right, the long bar is taking too long. Doesn't want to be in that situation for too long. And opens up the well, and with a Tetris here, we're getting to level 28. And can get the 1.1, close to a 1.2. Let's see what Klovelace can do. There's one. Got one more Tetris in hand. Gonna place the long bar and call him in at 9. And gets the next one, but doesn't want to create a bad position, but that caused him to misdrop the Z, and is just looking for one more Tetris if he can help it. And there it is.
There it is.
Transitions, but it's way too high up.
Misplacement with the eyepiece. Going to top out, but that's 1.1.
That's
points on the board.
3 points there. 3 points is not an insignificant amount. 3 points is actually a lot. It's actually like an infinitely lot more than what I got.
Yeah, Daasian
like
not on the best pace, but still on track. Ooh, especially not with that misplacement with the J piece there. Daasian gonna have a bit of a monster dig here needed if he wants to bring this game back, but so far has been able to handle it. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for Oscar here.
Oscar's on good pace.
One problem with another.
Oscar is in a tricky situation now, but is on pace. Has got a lot of room to make small mistakes like this because you're really kind of just chasing the max out here at this point because all these players can play on level 29.
Yeah, Klovelace in a really awkward position here.
Really playing very, very extreme early on.
Barely gets the Tetris and gets another one.
There we go, and then a triple.
Not punished for his greed here, although eventually... Is he going for a dirty Tetris here?
There's a dirty Tetris.
Oh, my goodness.
It's hubris.
Can't call it hubris if it works out, man. I don't know what to tell you.
You can't call it hubris if it works out. Can't. Oh.
Speaking of not working out, Daasian also going for a dirty Tetris. No, okay. I like it. I respect it. Playing it safe with multiple doubles there.
Speaking of being really good at the game, we got Oscar here being really good at the game right now. This is the best commentary I got for you.
I think all these players are good, despite the greed.
I know at least some of you are enjoying this commentary. I got Tugi here next to me. He's enjoying it. He's really into the game right now.
Yeah,
Tugi was here before I got here, right?
I'm not sure. I was over on CT4.
Oh, I mean, like when I was in the bathroom, did he fill in for me while I was before I got back? Okay, so
very briefly.
Okay, good.
Was here nonetheless. Speaking of nonetheless.
Oh, not a good position for Oscar. That's going to be a couple burns. Oh, and then couldn't tap the J piece all the way over, and it's just going to create more problems here. But it has a well in the middle for a double. And is below 60% Tetris rate, but still can still get a pretty high score going into 29. And if he can get a high score into 29 and just like burn out a couple lines, he'll be perfect for that max out. But that long bar in the middle opens it up for a double. And just cleaning up the board right before 29. Oh, doesn't get the long board all the way over.
Okay.
Gets the next one, but is
That's
going to need
still a line piece dependency, but at least Oscar's board is now low enough where he can pull it off.
Going to need a third one before he transitions here. He's got 4 lines in hand. Might go for a left well? No, gets a triple, and then this is going to burn into 29. Is at 838. Going to need a couple Tetrises for the max out. It's going left well, it appears. Over taps the J or the L.
Okay. Still good for it.
This is a little tricky, but can get out of this.
Oh,
and it's going to top out a little 29.
Speaking of topping out, Lovelace.
Oh my God.
Top out of here.
Playing super aggressively. Who's next? Daasian. Oh, one more line until transition. But so locked in on Oscar. He's going to get a dirty Tetris into 29. And let's see what Daasian can cook up against time on 29. Oh, God, I still got it. Let's see here.
Yeah, Daasian only 4 Tetrises away from his own max out. Thankfully getting the pieces for it here. Just needs to not get too greedy. That left side going to cause some problems later on. Tucks the eyepiece in there.
Just want to let everyone know that we got 30 minutes left on the timer. Just hit 30 minutes.
Yeah, Tetris for Oscar there. And soon Tetris for Daasian. Never mind, that's a triple. I can count.
I mean, we're looking at like a really small screen right here. I can't blame you.
Paco here in a little bit of an awkward position. Has the center open. But going to need some pieces here. Daasian going to need even more pieces.
He's less than a Tetris away from a max out. And there's a Tetris for the max out.
Oh
max
my
out
gosh.
Daasian.
Absolute greed on Lovelace.
Cowbell.
Max out for Daasian.
And a couple more Tetris here. Go to 1.1. Has a lot of room to do it, so it doesn't need to be super aggressive right now. Unless he really, really wants like a 1.3. He's got a room rate for like a 1.5. But he would have to get like 15 Tetrises.
Oh my goodness. The greed of Lovelace would make Midas blush here as he goes for another dirty Tetris. Unfortunately, doesn't get the pieces for it. Punished by the Tetris gods. For his hubris, at least gets one.
It worked out. It's not hubris, right? It worked out, right? I love the Midas reference. Make Midas blush.
Yeah. Gotta say, I love my mythological reference here.
You've been seeing that new the Odyssey movie coming out, the new Christopher Nolan movie?
I did not know that was a thing, but I guess now I gotta watch it, man.
Well, yeah. You should. I don't know if the trailer's out yet, but like it's like all the superstars in it. Oh, we're getting to level 39 here for Daasian. Got 3 more lines in hand. Can get 1 more Tetris and is set up for it. Just needs the long bar. It's like super clean. Just there's the long bar and Tetris is into 39 at 1.275. Just a Tetris shy of the 1.3, but that's a lot of points there.
Yeah,
Daasian's getting points every game.
Yeah.
And as long as you're getting points every game, I mean, like, you can't be mad at that. Playing out of his mind right now.
Rendering both of our predictions untrue here.
I still think Oscar got it.
Yeah, he furthers his lead. Unfortunately, Oscar had to make some awkward burns here. At least was able to make those burns. Tetris for him. But Paco here going to have to take some tucks. Now have to make 2 tucks.
Daasian subtly flexing in the camera right now with his calves and his forearms.
Nice bits for Lovelace.
Yeah, okay, bro. You work out.
Hey, if it works for Alex T, it can work for Daasian.
Looking great, bro. Looking great. That's what I'm trying to say.
And Lovelace continuing the tale of his greed here. Drought incoming and doesn't quite have the pieces.
Drought incoming. You knew the drought was coming? Mr. Drought Whisperer.
All right. Tetris for Daasian here. First Tetris of his game. As Paco entering an awkward position.
Wow, just getting the worst pieces. Paco is doing with them what he can. Gets that long board all the way over, and then another long board all the way right. That's really hard getting him. a 5-tap long bar all the way left and then immediately having to do it all the way right. It's a big adjustment.
Oh, no.
And doesn't get the 5-tap on the L piece.
Honestly, perfect clear there for Paco with that top side.
It kind of worked out, or, well, it didn't work out. He worked it out. And Dirty Tetris all the way up top, like I think it was like 13 lines up for Paco on level 23. It's still on good pace.
Nicely done for Paco here. On pace to score a 1.2, provided there are no more awkward positions. So speaking of awkward positions, Oscar here trying so hard to clear his board. Finally gets it. Can't say the same for Daasian, who continues to just, oh my goodness, the absolute greed of this man.
What is this guy doing? He's feeling himself, and I'm okay with that.
Paco, unfortunately, tops out, wasn't quite able to get that piece all the way to the right.
Oscar looking for a 578 transition here. Now a 559. Now can get 2 more Tetrises here. There's one, and can still get the 559. Put him in a good position on level 29 with a 69, hey now, Tetris rate into 19 is a good position for you to be in. Allows you to make a little bit of mistakes and still get the max out. So if I was him, I would be feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, all of these players in awkward positions, but slowly but surely pulling themselves out of it. Oscar up next to score 8 Tetris here. Unfortunately, just does not get the pieces for it. Finally gets it. Tetris for Oscar. And Daasian, soon enough, Tetris for him. As we continue this run, 25 minutes remaining in the qualifying period. Tetris for Oscar as he continues to play a little bit greedy here.
You know what I'm looking for right now? I'm looking for those Tetris gummies. I need some Tetris gummies right now.
Yeah. Gonna shout out Fandom Snacks here.
I know, but I just I need me. I haven't had any yet this year since I got here, and I'm really missing Tetris gummies. They're always my favorite.
Yeah. I will say I did try them for the first time earlier here today. Honestly, one of the best gummies I've ever had. No,
gummies
not
are my
just
favorite
saying
candy.
that because they're sponsoring this event, but honestly, goated gummies.
Gummies are my favorite candies. It's like type of candy, you know, like hard candy, like taffy, blah, blah, blah. Like I like for example, like Lifesaver gummies. I love those too, just because they're chewy and they hurt my teeth.
Yeah, honestly, they have a good mix of texture and flavor. I usually get a brand I will not name directly from a warehouse distributor. Oh my goodness!
Top out for Klovelace. 752. Yeah. A lot of dead drops I'm seeing here today. It's a little, maybe it's because it's a little cold in here. Oh, Oscar with a hanging J piece on the right, and that can't be easily clearable. It's going to need to just have to burn through it slowly. It's going to take up about 7 burns for Oscar to get through it. But like I said, he got himself in a good position on level 18 to get him here, so he can make a few mistakes. And one of the mistakes he made is he's going to need a long bar left. Gets a little 1 piece too late than he was comfortable with, so I ended up putting a J piece there. And it's just going to keep burning down a little bit more. Still on max out pace.
Oh my goodness. Daasian, awkward misdrop after awkward misdrop. Gonna have a little bit of a tough time here, as Oscar has an awkward misdrop of his own with the eyepiece. At least has the positioning to be able to move around it here. As these players enter a drought. But Klovelace at least in good position for it. Paco here on pace for 1.3, provided he can keep up this pace. As Daasian continues to have awkward placements, and with it, awkward burns. Has multiple piece dependencies, but at least gets one and the Tetris with it.
Oscar really needs to clean it up pretty quick. Setting up all these dependencies, and maybe he can eke out a few more points, but this is going to be hard. Okay. He's got 4 more lines to go. He might be able to get into a good spot, and then over taps now all the way left, and got to cause a top out on level 28, or sorry, line 229. Just there, just at the cusp. falling a little short. That's okay. He's still got 21 more minutes. Plenty of time to get some points.
Yes, I trust all of these players can score more points within this remaining 20-minute period here. Daasian on pace to score the most. Paco technically still on pace, but as this drought continues to extend, we'll have to take some awkward burns eventually here. Nearly 30-piece drought here for Paco. Finally gets the Tetris, but we'll have to spend the eyepiece just to clear up the rest of his board. Thankfully gets 3 in quick succession, and with it, back in a stabilized position.
Oh, he's starting on the 19 now. I just noticed maybe I feel like that's something I should have done during my qual, just to I wouldn't say spice it up a little bit, but a change of pace, could cause a whole different player. But I decided not to because I actually don't have a max out on 19 start. I have like a 990. But I mean, I could probably do it. I just haven't gone for attempts in a while. But it's a good strategy.
Yeah, I believe you can do it.
And you can get a max out quicker, just a couple of lines quicker because they're worth more points on Tetris are worth more points on 19.
Yeah, at these higher levels, not only are Tetrises worth more points, but by the mere virtue of the pieces falling faster, you can get those max outs faster.
Yes.
Especially over these longer qualification periods. Even if you play the exact same way.
Tetrises are worth more points, yeah, and they fall faster, so it's kind of like a double whammy there. It's kind of very, very helpful for getting stuff done. So,
but only if you can handle those higher speeds,
Only if you are strong enough. Only the Dragon Warrior can can deal with the level 19. So eloquently as Klovelace is right here, just like holding out for the long bar, and of course it comes like right as he blocks the well. Ain't that the story of our lives? And opens up the well again, and then sets up a long bar dependency, and covers the well right as the long bar shows up. This is painful to watch.
Oh my gosh, Klovelace refuses to just downstack like a normal person here.
He's doing a great job. It's just like I think the Tetris pieces are like messing with him right now. And there you go. Finally gets the
dirty
Tetris. Excelente. Paco on a good pace. That's 63%. Daasian got at level 26, but only 766. So only has a 973 available on the 29 transition. So is going to definitely need some 29 work. But as we've seen before, he can definitely play on 29. He scored 300,000 points on 29 earlier, I believe. So honestly, just getting to 29 and then like figuring out the rest later is not a bad idea because he's almost there, and he can get up to 944, and then getting 60,000 points on 29 is not too difficult.
Yeah, Paco having a bit of an unfortunate misdraw with the T-piece and 2 back-to-back misdrops will do him in. That good pace all for naught. But speaking of knots, Daasian here very much on pace to get the max out, provided there are no more misdrops and also no more droughts.
Oh wow! What a tuck of the T-piece there. That was crazy to save the Tetris. But can he get something over left? He does. But wow, that was a crazy 3-frame T-tuck. It was like 3 from the top. It was like 17 high, and he got it over 1 to the right, over right 1, rotated it, and then over left 1 in the span of 3 frames. So every single button input, those 3 single button inputs had to be frame perfect, and he did that. Of course, like he topped out, but that was a very expert showing of his Tetris prowess.
Yeah, gotta give credit where credit is due. Klovelace also topping out at the same time as Daasian. It is a lot of pressure, especially as we enter the last stretch here of the qualifying period. But gotta take a deep breath, center yourself. Got plenty of time for another run or 3. Oscar continuing to try his best to score Tetris. Unfortunately, he gets a drought and then the line piece at the wrong time here. Getting lots of O pieces. He needs to stop getting O pieces and gets line pieces. That's 1 for Oscar, but is going to need another. Oscar trying his best to get a good position here, but the right pieces just are not coming. Awkward burn after awkward burn here for Oscar. Just not getting the pieces. It might be too little, too late. Finally in position for Tetris. Oscar gets it, but the damage has already been done. Gonna have to play perfectly from here on out. Ooh. And unfortunate. Oscar thankfully does barely have the space to get this, but is gonna need a line piece and is gonna need it soon. Oscar hanging on there, but this drought continuing. Oof, and unfortunate double misplace going to do Oscar in here. Lovelace in a similarly awkward position here. Misplaced with that T-piece, and Lovelace decides to call it quits. Get another run in here with only 15 minutes remaining. You know, you only get two or three more really good, solid, deep runs in here. And so Lovelace decided, you know what, rather than having an awkward dig and jeopardizing my position to take another point, go next, GG's, and try and score more points overall. Daasian is trying to set up here for a dirty Tetris, but somewhat getting punished for it here. Actually gets it perfectly. Nicely done for Daasian. Paco in a drought of his own, but also with a Tetris of his own, as we truly enter the 15-minute mark. Each and every point scored for these players is going to matter all that much. Oscar here in a bit of an awkward position. Going to have multiple line piece dependence, or excuse me, just piece dependencies here. Sets up for the dirty Tetris here, but is going to need the long bar, and it just does not make a special appearance. Oscar deciding to just downstack here in the absence of this long bar. Set up for another dirty Tetris if he can get it, but doesn't seem to be able to. We'll have to play it safe. Speaking of playing it safe, Lovelace not able to, and with it tops out. But you know, better do that now rather than deeper in the run. Oscar continuing to just not be able to dig himself out of this situation. Gets the dirty Tetris, but is going to need quite a few more of those if he wants to keep up the pace. Quickly approaching the end of this qualification period. Oscar has had so many awkward burns here and there that he's no longer on pace to get a max out before the transition. A little bit of advanced intel telling me he'll likely get a 600K going into the transition. But that's even if he gets there. Oscar continuing to have awkward burn after awkward burn. Gets the dirty Tetris, but this damage is really starting to take its toll.
He's getting out really well. Just going to need a J piece or a long bar. That helps too. But the J piece would have had him Tetris ready. So he missed the long bar opportunity there for the Tetris.
The Asian having an unfortunate piece placement there with the S piece. Gonna have to dig deep, almost as deep as the Fama Wiki. Have you ever spent some time on the Fama Wiki? Over 1,700 pages on every single NES and Famicom game I could ever think of, including some prototypes, as long as some Super Famicom.
Yeah. A big thank you to Brendan Spalding and his company at FamiWiki for donating our trophies this year. At like you just said, at FamiWiki.net, you can find over 1,700 pages about the Famicom or family computer, and the Super Famicom, and everything else in between, like the NES you just said. You can check out the YouTube channel at FamiWiki. Find some interesting stuff there. I always find myself deep diving into Wikipedia sometimes, or Liquipedia for some Tetris stuff. And then I checked out NESTetris.com. They had a update the other day of the calendar, and you can get all sorts of insights there as well. But thank you very much, FamiWiki, for our trophies this year. They look very lovely, and they're very shiny, and they're very golden and silver, and everything nice. Yeah. Everything you can ask for at a trophy, honestly.
Few things are as iconic at this tournament, the Classic Tetris World Championship, as those trophies there, now in a J shape in honor of the one and only Jonas Neubauer.
The Jonas Neubauer trophy. awarded to the Tetris World Champion once every year, and the runner-up, and the third place. Let's see here. Here we go. Daasian getting ready for transition here in just 19 lines. Has a 582 runway into 19. Is avoiding all these awkward, dependent, like tuck setups and spins. Don't want to do.
Yeah, speaking of awkwardness, Klovelace having a little bit of a weird board here. That hole in column 7 just continuing to be filled up by these pieces. Going to need a J piece here if he wants to do away with that.
Such a nuisance, those little holes. Can't get the longboard all the way left, but it's going to get a dirty Tetris down the middle and gives him some room, some space to get the longbar all the way there. Is going to key tuck in the J and ready for another dirty middle well Tetris. Will get it, and that'll clear open the 10th column for him, and it's going to go straight back into scoring Tetrises.
Speaking of scoring Tetris, Daasian scoring yet another one, on pace for the 1.2 comfortably here. But unfortunately, Oscar going to top out there, just could not get the pieces all the way to the left in time.
A little bit of a surprise transition there. Transitioning that high up the board, it's going to be hard to get out of. But Paco on level 28, got 2 more lines left to go before the... and one more line burn, and it's going to burn into 29, and is in an okay state. Can get this burnt down with some good pieces. Yeah, that L will do great, and it's going to keep burning down some more, get the board in a nice, flat, suitable state to start building up some more Tetrises. But is only 63,000 points away from a max out, and can kind of just cruise here for a little bit, kind of line out that max out, and then I think once you get the max out, once you've secured those first initial 2 points, then you can maybe start going a little crazy and a little aggressive and try to eke out those extra 1 point at a time every 100,000 points. So I'm a fan of a strategy like that, where you just you secure the points, and then you try to go crazy and you try to go hard and you try to play aggressive to get those Tetrises. But has got some dependencies here, very spirally. But
just one more Tetris needed for the side of Paco before he can score the max out.
Yes, sir.
So close yet so far.
There we go.
To the max out.
Some doubles will do you some good. And it's only 11,000 points away. That's about, what was it, like 9 burns? Gonna get there pretty soon.
Just one more line clear will do it. But Oscar in an awkward position finally gets it.
There we go.
Max out for Paco.
Max out for Paco. And then instead of for dirty Tetris, and then blocks it right before the long bar comes in. That's A-okay. That's 2 points secured there for Paco. Klovelace got some fans in the chat. Pasta with the sauce says, "Go love Klovelace, bro. Please win." And Ricky Bot loving Paco. So we got some support for our players.
Yeah, honestly, optimal top out if you're Paco, you know.
Yes.
That's the inflection point of time spent, 2 points gotten.
And we got 8 minutes left, so enough time for at least one more game.
Yeah, these players have been averaging about 3 or so minutes per attempt, so...
Yeah. I mean, like, you have 8 minutes. If you're not in a good pace, by the time you're at, like, level 22 or something like that, you can just still have time to do a quick reset.
But, yeah, Daasian next up for the max out, provided he can get past this very awkward timing. Lots of holes on column 5 there. Just isn't getting the pieces. Needs a lot of L and J pieces to get himself out of this one. Gets the first and the transition, but still not in a Tetrisable position. Daasian slowly but surely trying to burn himself out of this one. Gets 1, gets 2. Gonna need 2 more burns to get himself out of this one. There it is. Just needs sets up for the Tetris. Not quite able to. Needs a J piece.
He's drinking Prime. That's what it is.
Daasian playing it safe, just burning, looking for an opportunity to score the max out. Not with Tetris, but by slowly and surely burning the board.
Yeah, kind of doing the same strategy that Paco was doing, kind of getting doubles, triples to get the thing. And he's a long bar left. Was going for a tuck there, set up the Z piece, and then got a T to get the tuck, but missed the tuck. But was able to react quick enough to get the long bar, but not quick enough to get this SZ burst. Very awkward. Does still have a chance there and can't get the T all the way right. Gets a 965,000 point. Still got 6 minutes left. Still got time. Get some more points here.
All right, take a deep breath, the Asian. You still have time for about 3 more attempts. I believe
3 more attempts. Man,
6 minutes left on the clock.
It takes about like 9 minutes to get a max out. So you can do a couple resets here, like if you're not like on like the nice pace that you want to be, but for the most part, you get like 1 or 2 more games. And that'll be the end for me and Kurt after these 5 more minutes. I kind of enjoyed doing commentary. I did commentary. It's funny. Is like I only do commentary at CTWC. I do a little bit for the CTL, the Classic Tetris League. When I got time, but I'm so busy with like school and work and stuff like that. But I always find time to come here and express my vocal cords, I guess. Like get them stretched. And I love it every time.
Oh, no. It's okay, Asian. You got time.
Yeah.
Lovelace in a similarly awkward position. We'll have to soon decide if he wants to go through this Herculean dig or just take the reset here.
He's still at a 62% Tetris rate. And all these players can play at 29, so even like less than a million points into the 29, like you still have a good chance to get something done. But Lovelace, after that small dig, ready for a Tetris at the top of the board, is left with a few burn options. Is not taking these safe burns, and the long bar just comes like 1 piece too late, and once again 1 piece too late. But there he goes. He gets a long bar Tetris. Yes. And then Paco at 516 at 119 lines. Started on he did a 19th start, but at a 6-7 Tetris rate. I don't know. We do nice when do we just go like 6-7, 6-7?
Let's just say it's a good thing the camera's not pointing towards us.
Right? Yeah, I'm going through the motions. Fallen Steel saying, "K Lovelace, you got this." 2 Hertz Book Nerd saying, "Come on, Lovelace." Well, fans for you in the chat, Lovelace.
Yeah, 4-minute mark here at CT3.
Oh, you know what? Oscar on an amazing pace. It is possible for Oscar to get a max out here and then start up a new game. I think he's just enough time, but he's got a runway of 1.2 million into 29. Needs to get this. Now needs a left whale Tetris. Gets the long bar for the to fill the left whale. Sorry, and is at 767 at level 23. Can probably max out by like level 28, 27 at the earliest, and be in like a good position to start this next game. And because we have 3 minutes left on the board, but I'm gonna sit here and stare at Oscar and see how he does. But he's playing clean, playing well. Just a couple misdrops, but like the misdrops, he gets cleared up super quickly, playing safe, taking these delayed burns where he sees them. He's got a lot of runway, he's got a lot of room, so he does not need to play super aggressive.
Yeah, Oscar here on pace for the 1.2. Unfortunate misdrop with the Z piece. Still has plenty of time to fix that, but does mean that's going to eat into his 1.2 potential. Lovelace in a similarly awkward situation, doesn't quite get the pieces for it.
Oh, early
shift.
Hang
on to his run by a single thread here.
Early shift.
So far able to go through it, but...
darn, Oscar with the early shift to the L on the left, and that will cause him to top out.
For Lovelace there, by the way.
How's Paco doing up here? 63% Tetris rate, looking good, looking clean.
Things going from bad to worse for Lovelace.
Another missed 5 taps.
Make that 4 misdrops in a row.
A lot of missed 5 taps today.
Oh no, that's going to be curtains for
misses
Lovelace.
The next one. Oh, and then tries it again and kind of almost got it there. You can see the longboard is like flowing all the way up to the second column, second column.
Paco next up. 2 minutes remaining in this qualification period. Paco on excellent pace to get a 1.2 here. About 5 Tetrises remaining for the max out. Daasian unfortunately topping out, but honestly...
no, Daasian elected to reset because of the crazy board, and he's only got 2 minutes left. Decided now would be a good time to reset.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Paco closing in on the max out. 2 more Tetrises, has a one.
Oh, never mind. Just 1 Tetris.
There we go. He's got a 1.1.
Max out for Paco.
1.1 runway here. Just needs a couple more Tetrises and get a 1.1. I think you need about 2.5 Tetrises, get the 1.1, but he's got room for 2 more, or 3 more, sorry. Let's see what he can do. Playing up high. Gets 1 Tetris, 2 Tetris. There's a 1.111. Can fit in 1 more, but doesn't really need to worry about that. Has to burn this line here to get into 29. Burns it to 29 and set up for the Tetris. Digs it down safely. Just gonna try to eke out these few extra points. Already has secured 3 points.
Ooh, and unfortunate.
Misses the 2-tap left for the long bar, but gets the rest of the pieces in, get it out cleanly, and might set up for a dirty center well here in column 3. Just looking out for the long bar, but the long bar just does not like him today. Just hates him. You got 20 seconds, Paco, if you want to start another game. But hey, secure the points now and then go in for another thing.
Players will have to decide pretty much immediately.
We got 10 more seconds in 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And all right, guys.
That is time. We head into the overtime here at CT3.
Last games here, guys. Oh, Klovelace with an immediate double misdrop there with an L.
Oh, my goodness. I'm just saying, if you get an eyepiece, you can tuck it in there. You could tuck it in twice.
He could, but he could also just like clear out that one line there. I'm not going to tell him how to play his game, but...
There's a reason they're up there and we're back here.
Yeah, exactly. Max outs are very, how's it called, slippery for me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm losing my touch, my youth. Klovelace,
feels like you're losing your youth, man.
Yeah, man. I'm like end of college, getting there. Klovelace opening up a dirty triple, burning out some of this stuff. Maybe might try to go for an aggressive play here. It's only at a 32% Tetris rate, so it really wants to play aggressive to get these Tetrises.
Yeah, Lovelace here has a lot of T-piece dependencies. Really trying hard to clear out that 5th column there, but just is not able to get it, man.
Not getting the pieces he wants. He's not getting the pieces he wants, or they're coming too late. It's kind of just a cruel mistress Tetris is, but is working through it the best he can, and he's doing a great job actually. But the 34-piece long bar drought just like is really kicking him.
Yeah, Oscar up next. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a great pace thanks to all of those burns.
You saying Oscar?
Oscar, yeah.
Oscar's got amazing pace. He's at 87% Tetris rate. He's got 465 before the 100-line turn. He's got like a 1.4 runway here. I mean, man, I remember like
oh, you're right. Yeah.
When the text is really small.
I misread it for a moment.
Yeah, it kind of looks like 0.5. Like he's got 5% Tetris rate. Oh, nice O-tuck there for Oscar. What was that called? A 5 below? It's kind of like a 5 below. Weird 5 below. An Oscar below.
Yeah,
well, I'm going to be looking at...
Awkward Daasian setting up for the dirty Tetris here. Gets it, but will still have to have a bit of a dig to have access to that last column. Paco also trying his best to balance, not topping out while having a Tetrisable board. Gets the last minute adjustment with that T-piece to get a back-to-back Tetris for Paco.
Oscar playing really good this qual, getting himself in great positions in 19, like good enough to where he can afford mistakes and get these early max outs. So Oscar, I think out of the 3 other competitors or qualifiers, is in the best position to score some points here. He's doing a great job, and he might transition here at like 600K.
Dirty Tetris for Paco. Gonna try and find the J piece there.
Daasian's board is got a lot of holes in it. Oh
my goodness!
But he'll be okay. He just needs a J piece here, and kind of open up the right side.
Awkward placement after awkward placement. Weird triple for Daasian. Oh no! Double misplace. And actually gets the movement just right to put it in place, but we'll have to have a bit of a...
Oscar, our first one here in level 29 speeds, level 20 with 675. And running through a little drought here, but gets the Tetris, gets the long bar, gets the Tetris. Is once again back-to-back games in great position at a 75% Tetris rate. Is a little long bar, it's double long bar dependent, but fills in one of the dependencies, gets a double, gets another double, and is clear again for this Tetris. And not losing any pace. He's still at a 1.2 runway before 29. Taking these nice burns. Another Tetris for Oscar. 7-6-7. 6-7. Sorry. I'll control myself.
All right. Daasian, in a little bit of an awkward situation here, is going to need multiple T pieces here. Instead opts to put 2 L pieces back to back to start clearing up that well there. But he's going to burn a lot of pieces. Paco going to need to start making some moves, man. You can't just hope for multiple
You can't just be that high like that, man. That's not normal, bro. There's a 26-piece drought, 28-piece drought, and
Paco
growing.
Continuing to give me a heart attack.
There it is.
Finally gets the eyepiece.
Just in time. Could have gone for a long bar spin there. That would have been cool to see. Haven't seen one of those yet today. But it's 2 lines away from the transition, and just really needs to be in a good position. There's the transition, very high up. Gonna need to be very lucky here. Great pieces. Great taps, and a T-spin. Misses the T-spin, but can get this cleared away. That would have been really nice, but now has to deal with this schmutz. And might get it cleared here. Just needs the right piece and is open up ready for another Tetris. A weird awkward spin there, but can get it squared away.
Nice. Awkward, dirty Tetris for Oscar, but still on excellent pace to get this max out.
Only 2 more Tetrises needed for Oscar to get this max out. He's still on pace for a 1.1. He's in great position. Honestly, in better position. I've never seen anyone in a better position in my life.
Yes. Oscar looks like one more Tetris might be able to do it. Needs just one more long bar for Oscar. Unfortunately covered up right side. Oh my goodness, 999.30. Even a double.
700 points.
There it is.
A triple. Max out for Oscar. There we go. Get the S spin. Doesn't go for it. Goes
nice
for the
tuck,
Z, the J tuck, and has 2 more lines. And there's the transition into the 29 kill screen and tops out, but with 2 points. Congratulations, Oscar, on 2 more points. Great job,
done.
Oscar. Pura para adelante. Oscar. Mudu saying lock in Oscar, GG, lock in Lovelace now, Mudu says. And from Spidey, shout out Spidey with the creepers.
Yeah, Lovelace almost out of Tetris.
Lovelace is high up and needs the long bar all the way left, but that's a hard tap to make. He couldn't quite get it. 900,100 is Lovelace's final game score.
Yeah.
But here we are, Daasian in level 30 with 666. This is max outable because the Tetris will be worth more later on, but it's going to be kind of a Herculean task here for Daasian, but it is possible. We have seen him score like over 300,000 points in the skill screen. Let's just see if the game agrees with him while he's here. Let's see if they'll bless him. Went for the J tuck, couldn't quite get it, and went for the square tuck. Still is looking okay.
Daasian so close yet so far. A misdraw with the T-piece. Has plenty of room.
Couldn't get the T-piece far left.
Otherwise, but oh my goodness. Oh no.
And Daasian topping out at 737. Paco all that's left, 800K on level 28. There he is. Last one here, Paco.
Yeah, Paco in a little bit of an awkward situation. Needs to get these clears on the right side of the board.
One more burn. Is going to Tetris into 29 at 847. One more.
That's 2. 6 more to go.
Gonna need like 3 more. But isn't going to go overtly aggressive. He knows where he's at. He knows what he needs to do. And he's just going to kind of build it where he sees it.
You're right. I miscounted. 3 more to go.
No problem.
But these pieces just not doing him any favors. He didn't
want to set up that longbar dependency, so he threw that square all the way left. But now it's kind of getting lower. There's a nice Tetris.
2 more left for Paco.
If he wants to secure some points. And he's got a lot of runway. He's only on level 32. He's got, what's 32 minus 30? What's 39 minus 32? Like 7 times 10. He's got 70 more lines to go. So
yeah, honestly, with this down stack here, we'll only need 1 Tetris to get the max out.
Yes, but I think Paco's going to want more than a max out. So he's going to continue to play safe so he can try to get for the 1.1.
So close yet so far. Awkward placement with the S piece. Thankfully, he has the pieces to dig out of that.
Don't think he could have thought he could have made it all the way left, so he decided to dead drop it there in the center. A little bit awkward. No. Oh, missed the Z tuck.
Paco, no!
And that just cascaded out there. 992 is Paco's final score. Only Oscar could get out with points that last round. That's my boy. That's my boy Oscar right there.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to all the players. Job well done. Job well done for everybody.
For as much as these players have raised my cholesterol levels. Oh my goodness.
Meme getting a 1.7 over there on the stupid CT1. We're all about CT3.
That is crazy.
How we doing, guys? It's me, WCB here, and my boy Kurt. That was a pretty good qualifier. I'm pleasantly surprised the consistency we saw for all those players. Like, they were all getting like 500K. It was kind of slowing down there at the end, but the fatigue and stuff like that. Man, imagine if the quals were 2 hours long. They would just be crawling.
Yeah.
They would just be crawling on like the last 10 minutes. Just
falling all over the competition here, but that is going to wrap it up, not just for CT3 over here, but actually for this entire day.
No, don't we have one more qualifier? This is the 4th slot. We have the 5th slot next, right? Or is that actually that is. We have the 5th slot tomorrow. That was the 5th slot tomorrow. But, before we head out, we just want to give one more shout out to TGM, Tetris the Grandmaster 4, and Arika. TGM4 is now available on the Nintendo Switch, as Kurt talked about earlier. Yes. The game's on sale actually on Steam for $24.99. Right. We're having our TGM4 tournament in not too long from now, in just less than 30 minutes, I would believe.
If y'all have not seen a TGM match, you have to see it, man.
It is the fastest Tetris I think I've ever seen.
Dude, it's absolutely crazy.
Let me see if I can do something with my hands here. They're like,
are we allowed to?
They're like. They are like rolling the keyboard. It sounds just like rolling, but they're not rolling. They're just really fast with all like 10 of their fingers. But they're going to get into that pretty soon. We're done with the qualifiers today. Go over there and check out the TGM4 tournament. But you'll see us tomorrow morning for the next round of qualifiers, and then we're going to get straight into bracket play. And you can see me play tomorrow. It'll be great. And Ninja will be playing. Tugi, all of my favorite people who are within arm's reach of me right now.
Yes, multiple people within arm's reach to give hugs and fist bumps, of course, here. Shout-outs to...
at CT3 tomorrow, right here at 10 a.m. CT3! CT3! CT3!
We love CT3. All right, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Mic drop.
We'll catch y'all tomorrow. I'll be back here on the mic here. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy. Well, we're going to shut down this particular stream, but go ahead to the main stream and get some TGM action. But from here at CT3, I've been Kurt.
I'm William.
And
I'm William.
Goodbye.